Hi, I'm Mike Massimino. For the past few shuttle flights, we've taken you behind the scenes to meet the crews as they train for their flights and the people around the country who make those missions fly. But there's a lot of footage that we haven't shown you yet, so we'd like to take you back to some of our recent flights and introduce you to more of the people who do everything at NASA. We hope you enjoy this episode of NASA Behind the Scenes.
You know, Mike, this guy used to be a Navy diver, so he's one of the best divers out here. He's got all this Navy experience. He was a chief petty officer in the Navy.
That would make sense that you have a Navy guy diving here.
Right, yeah. What do you want, an Army guy diving?
I don't think they have any divers. Do they have divers in the Army?
I hope not.
Mike, yes. You wouldn't happen to be a Navy guy as well,
I'm a
would
Navy
you?
guy. I'm a retired Navy guy, like Alan here. He's a retired Navy guy too.
All right. Tell us what is your title for this launch here? Your closeout crew, or what is it?
We're part of the closeout crew.
Part of the closeout.
I'll be the number 7 working on the middeck. Mike?
I'll be the number 3 and I'll be on the flight deck.
Okay, now number 7 and number 3. To me, that's like, you know, Mickey Mantle and Babe Ruth or something. But what does number 7 and number 3 mean?
On the closeout crew, each crew member on that crew has a number which gives them a specific duty during the launch.
All right. Okay.
And me being the number 7, my responsibilities are being on the middeck, as well as if we go into an emergency situation, I go on the middeck and actually egress the crew off of there as well.
Okay. So if you have an emergency, you're going back.
Correct.
Okay, and same for you, Mike. You're
Same
going back.
for me.
So you're the number 3.
Yes.
And you have these big numbers on your back, right?
Yes.
Like gigantic numbers. Are they big numbers that they have back there? They're not that big.
About 4 inches.
About 4. Okay. So they know who you are because everyone's dressed in those white. Okay. Yeah. So you're gonna on launch day. You get similar to what you did today, right? You're gonna be at the Kennedy Space Center, and get those guys suited up, right? Correct. And then you don't go out to the launch pad with them. You go out before them, right?
Mike
so what are you gonna do?
Before them, I will be in the suit room with the suit techs,
okay,
and the crew, and I'll ride out to the vehicle with the crew.
All right. Now, one of the things you always ask us is, what do you want out at the pad beforehand? You stuff those pockets. So, Mike, you're gonna go out there and get all that stuff at the launch pad. Any special books or stuff like that people
I will
want, right?
be out at the launch pad a few hours before George and the crew comes out.
Right.
With the rest of the closeout crew.
Right.
And I'll put things where they need to be, set the orbiter up with all the crew items that they want. So.
Okay. So you're going to go out there and set it up. Mike's, George's going to take care of the guys still. And now you said the crew. Now the rest of the crew actually is trying to taunt us behind the camera. Right over there. The rest of the crew is over here, right? We can say, they're over here. Yeah, they're all these guys. So this is your whole team.
Yes.
And you're all going to be down at the Cape supporting. Okay. So then the crew comes out there, right? And there's nobody around the space shuttle. I mean, when we go there other days and there's no fuel inside of it, it's there's lots of people. But on launch day, it's fuel, and there's not very many people there.
No
one's there because it's dangerous. Because now you've got fuel inside the space shuttle, and they don't want. But they have you guys out there.
Oh yeah, they got us.
So you're out there. You're the crew. So do you ever think of maybe this ain't so smart to be out here and because there's nobody else there? That's the thing that struck me on launch day.
When I get out there, I instruct the crew to go ahead and walk around the vehicle if they want to see it while I'm getting the elevator ready. So if I see something happen, I'm gonna jump in the elevator, those doors are going up. But,
all right.
Leave the crew on the bottom. No, all jokes aside though. Crew gets out there, they see the vehicle and they get to look at it just prior to getting the elevators going up to 195.
Yeah.
And they seem to enjoy looking at the vehicle.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
You've done it a couple of times.
Yeah, I did it. The first time it was a little scary looking at that thing at first. But the second time I have to say I really did enjoy it. My second, I knew what to expect, and it was more fun the second time. But yeah, it's pretty cool looking at that thing because it's making noises and its smoke is coming off of it and stuff. You know, the burn off or whatever's happened. And that thing looks like it's alive. It's like a beast. It is alive, and then you go inside of it and get to go on your trip. So you're going to lock those guys in. But I thought it was interesting you were saying that if there's a problem, you're going to go back in. So you stay. Where do you guys go? You close the hatch, right? You close. Okay, but who closes the hatch and locks it?
Other members on the closeout crew. You say everybody's numbered. So the number 5.
Right.
Number 4, those guys are hatch techs, orbiter techs. So they're going to close and lock the hatch.
So
George and our responsibility is just to go inside the orbiter and get the crew inserted into the vehicle. and strapped in.
Well, you guys, I think, have some pretty cool jobs. You like what you guys? I mean, you guys must love what you do, yeah?
Absolutely.
You do. And I mean, think about, it's a cool. People out there watching this, we can imagine, you're the guys that get the crew in there, strap us in, strap the crew in, and usually the last hand that the crew member is going to shake before they go off to space is you guys. So that's pretty cool.
It's a special position to be in.
We're here at the Buoyancy Lab, which is our big pool, but we're not in the pool right now. We're at in the medical area. And what happens is before every practice spacewalk that we do here, we got to get checked out by these guys. So I've got Sam Strauss, who's a medical doctor. Right, Sam?
That's right.
All right. I hope so. I was asking him, and he said he hesitated. He's been examining me for years.
That's
And
right.
now I got to get a doctor.
That's what I told him.
don't know. Yes, of course I am. Yeah. So Sam, you're from the military originally, right? Were you in the Navy? What?
I was in the Navy and the Air Force.
Navy and the Air Force. Oh.
Yes.
So what did you do when the Navy was
In the
going
Navy,
out
I
to
was-
war? You said, no, I'm in the Air Force. In the Air Force. Everyone said, hey, we have this dangerous assignment. Oh, I got to go to the Navy. Is that what it was?
One at a time.
One at a time. All right. one at a
First, I
time.
was in submarines and diving.
Right. That was the Navy.
And then I was a flight surgeon in the Air Force. So
Okay.
I did both.
So you did both, just underwater
Yeah.
and in the air.
Right.
So you did everything.
Perfect for this
For
job.
this job. That's what we do. We do stuff underwater to practice the spacewalk. Now we got to go in the air to go to.
Exactly.
All right, perfect.
That's what they
All
said
right.
when they hired me.
My friend over here is Chico, who's another guy that examined, but that's not really your name.
Nope.
Right, that's only your nickname. What's your real name? Because I can't pronounce your real name.
Juan Moran.
That's what it is. All right, and you've been in the Air Force.
I was in the Air
right?
Force, 26 years.
Okay, so you examined guys in the Air Force. It was all aviation stuff. I
All
guess, right?
aviation, physiology.
Right.
My medical is only physiology world, so
Okay.
I used to do the combat training, go out to the field, and I had to yank the bodies from being injured and
Okay.
bring them back to
Yeah, make 'em better.
the first aid station and
Nice.
give them over to Doc, and he will make them
And then make 'em better, okay.
Mine was just stop, stabilize them, and then bring them back so the guy can take care of them.
So you helped out lots of guys.
Oh,
Lots
yes.
of guys. And here you help us out, get
Yeah.
ready to go. You
Yes.
teach us our classes, what we need to do to keep ourselves healthy, the right
Healthy
things to
and
do inside the
wise.
airplane,
Right.
all that stuff, and you give us a lot of good training, and then you check us out here. You do lots of stuff to make sure we don't get hurt.
Exactly.
While we're doing all this
Exactly.
crazy stuff. that we
And all
do.
all the adventure stuff.
All
that
our
you folks
adventure
do.
stuff.
Yeah, that's what I call it.
All right, and my friend Jim, last name,
Catford?
All right, actually I can't pronounce that. Italian name's like a handle. Jim, you have the same job as Chico,
Basically,
yeah?
I started
All
out
right.
in the Navy.
In the Navy?
Right. I was
Okay.
a hospital corpsman as a physiology technician specialized. So it's kind of interesting. I worked with chambers and worked with water survival in the Navy. So now I'm doing the same thing, but
Same thing, yeah.
chambers go higher and the pool's deeper.
Pools, okay, so again, it's everything. You handle underwater. All right, well, these guys, check us out before we do any of our adventurous stuff. Give us training before we go as well, so we don't get hurt when you're not watching us.
Exactly.
And today, what you guys did is you checked out a bunch of divers that are going to support the guys in the suits, right? And then you checked out the guys the astronauts who are going to go in the suits.
Right.
All right, and we'll see how they do today.
You bet.
All right, thanks, guys.